Hey everyone, welcome to Zelda Speedruns. Today we have a Link to the Past NMG League Season 7 race. This is Spaces versus Homemade Beer in Desert Palace Round 1. On commentary today we have Popsicle Sticks and Meowski, and they will take it from here.
Hey, I'm Meowski. This is Popsicle Sticks. How are you all doing? Rhetorical question. Trick question. I don't care how you're doing.
Yeah, we don't really care.
Is how I do care about how you're doing baseball, all right? But
yeah.
The other thing I care about is how Spaces and Beer are doing. So these two are both in the Desert Palace division, which is the second of the three divisions. Same division that I'm in, actually. They're both like kind of roughly similar skill level. They're like around mid 130s level, which is like pretty good, pretty experienced, all that.
Yeah, based on their qualifiers, it looks like Spaces submitted a 133.23 and Homemade Beer submitted a 135.09.
So pretty close together. And this is also in like a really exciting time bracket where they clearly know what they're doing, but also they're going to be prone to make some mistakes. So even if you think the race is over, the race could swing wildly in one person's direction if someone slips up even a little bit, especially later on in the game. Boom, you die, you lose like 4 minutes. It can be brutal, right?
It happens.
Kind of depends on what safeties they might take, but I think at their level, they're at the point where they've taken out most of the safeties.
You know, it's funny you say it's go mode, and I'm looking at Beer's screen here, and he has a rando tracker open.
He does have a rando tracker, and it doesn't look like. Is there a go mode like little icon for him there? No, it doesn't look like it.
No.
So I guess it's not quite go mode yet. He's got to get at least a few more items before he can rush up GT. So we'll see where those items are.
Yeah, they get the lamp in the cell with Zelda.
Yeah. It's hard for me to remember because I run a whole bunch of stupid ass categories where you get the lamp in like different places. Like a lot of them you get it like in Link's house, and then you clip out of bounds and do some weird shit.
Yeah, I believe if you get it in Link's house, then it substitutes for 5 rupees in Zelda's cell, but I'm not for sure on that.
I think it is, yeah. Because if you get into Link's house and you try to get the second lamp location, which is in the sewers like next to Uncle, that also substitutes for 5 rupees. So I think that's probably consistent between the two of them.
Okay, yeah. All right, let's see. People have different strats for this. They're doing the same one.
All right, Spaces executed that one really well. So you want to hit the guard so that he dies right in front of the door. At least with that strat, with the up slash strat, saves a little bit of time there. So that's Spaces already showing his expertise in the key guard 1 strat. Oh, he's doing a little pumping too. I see that.
I pump on the stairs in Eastern. That's about it.
Yeah, that definitely does help. And also in like Death Mountain, those stairs.
Oh, I like that strat Beer just did. That was new.
He really tried to go for the chest turn, and I respect the hell out of it, but he missed it like 4 times.
He was committed.
Beer's showing he's trying to be a crowd favorite here.
Yes. Home meme Beer. And it looks like Spaces is doing 1 pot. And Beer's going for 1 pot as well. And he did the pot on the right sides to try to bait the key guard over. Or the ball and chain guard over, I mean.
Yeah. So if you grab the pot on the right side, then you kind of aggro the guard a little bit earlier. I think it's better for 2 pot. Because for 1 pot, you want to like hit him and then get him in the corner. But it might be good for 1 pot too. I'm not entirely sure.
Oh, yeah. Imagine having a sword for escape. Doing rando
Imagine-
and switching back and forth between the two, it gets to be a little confusing.
Yeah. Imagine having health for escape.
That too.
I think Spaces is experienced enough to not die here. But it still is a little scary when you're that close to death. I hope he gets like a safety heart somewhere, because that would be really unfortunate if he like took a huge time loss this early on.
Oh yeah, for sure.
So there are pots up above him right here that he could take. No, okay, he's gonna skip that. Honestly, totally fair. These guards only do, I think, half a heart. So there's a much quicker pot to get later on. Yeah, that's what I was thinking, close. There's a quicker pot to get later on that they'll probably go for.
He likes making us listen to the beep. Yes.
Wait, what do you mean 2 escape deaths in one day? Tam, what are you not telling me? Uh-oh.
I missed the beginning of the race with Close and Twin earlier. I think I tuned in around Hera. Did Close also have an escape issue? We won't talk about it. It's okay.
You're at a slightly worse wall of snakes there, but you made it through. Oh, wow. Good reaction on that. But yeah, if the bat's still there, you want to go straight, like, left, and then it'll move out of the way, like, above you. If you're not going for the strat where you, like, hug the wall and then aggro it, like, early.
You don't slash it out of anger just because it pissed you off?
Sometimes I get pissed off at snakes and then I'll, like, try to kill him. Oh, wow, nice reaction on that rat, too. Beer has despite being named after a substance that arguably slows your reaction time, Beer has some pretty good reactions here.
I agree. Oh, that's good too. I'm not sure how much NMG Beer has actually played, but there is that extra Zelda text, so he was able to hold right through that door to avoid that. There's so many text boxes in NMG. You don't really realize it until you play a mode without them.
Yeah. And then once you go back to NMG, it's like, oh wait, there's a text box here. So I would imagine that would be like kind of difficult to, unless you're Airy and literally nobody else, that'd be difficult to go back and forth between the two.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
Sticky Priest.
Oh my God. Yeah, that was the stickiest priest I've seen in a while.
Okay,
Yeah, so
what's the debate on, do you split after you leave the sanctuary or when you go through the door? Because there's a debate.
Okay, so I see both sides of this, right? Because of like rat frames and beak frames, it would be kind of weird to have a time loss in escape just to have a time save in Eastern, because that would mess up your like summon best and stuff like that. Right? And also, I don't know, I mean, the sanctuary is like kind of part of the sewers, so it makes sense that you would split at the end of it, but I split like at Sank entrance because there's nothing cleaner than having like a sub 6-minute escape or something. And if you split at the like Sank exit, then I don't really know like what the equivalent of that is, but it's not like you're not like trying to break like a minute barrier or something. You're trying to break like a 10-second barrier. That's like less satisfying for me, so that's why I split at Sank entrance. What do you think,
That
Pop?
makes sense. I also split at Sync entrance. I don't use auto splitting though, and I think maybe that's one of the settings. The auto splitter just does it when you leave. Close says, I split coming through the door because that's when the auto splitter does it. Yeah, okay.
Yep. Yeah. I also am a total sheep and just split when everybody else splits, so that's part of it.
That works.
It's a cool room right there. The the Stalfos room.
Yeah,
I
when
don't think
that's
there's
done
any...
well, it's so good.
Yeah. There's like no other room that I can think of where you kill enemies before they even spawn. Like before they're even visible or anything. I'm trying to think if there's anything else where you do that, but no. Ooh, Space's got a red rupee there. So I think... I'm not entirely sure if he switched to tree rupees, but I think he probably still does, or not still, he probably does, like Saha rupees, so I don't think the 20 is going to help him there. But, you know, it's something to keep an eye out if you go for, like, tree rupees, which is a little bit of a time save, but it's also... You also have to dynamically route some of the rupees. Alright, nice job on,
Damage boost.
damage boost room, yeah.
Alright, let's see. Beer.
Ooh, clean.
Yeah.
He got hit down, but that's like... I'm pretty sure basically just RNG, like how you get deboosted by the anti-fairies. Not 100% sure, though.
Yeah, I don't know if there's much you can do about that. Does it depend where the anti-fairy hits you, or where you hit it, maybe?
I know it's like partially frame rule based at least, but it feels like, to me at least, it feels like if I'm already doing the room well, then I get a good deboost. So,
Yeah.
I don't know. I should probably, like, discount anecdotal evidence over, like, actual, you know, theory, but maybe I shouldn't, I don't know.
I hope Beer enjoys doing Eastern with a lamp.
Oh, interesting. So Beer skipped one of the arrow pots at
He did.
Anti-Fairy Room, yeah. Wonder why.
There is a 5-arrow pot right here, but I still would have gotten all of them, I believe.
Yeah, I mean, he's not going to have enough for Armos, I think. Unless he gets a drop here. Okay, so he's just going to grab...
did.
Okay. Alright, good job from Spaces. He got the red Armos, but which is not what you want, but he mostly got it down. Looks like Beer's going for the quick kill as well. There we go, okay.
That was nice.
So Beer saved a little bit of time by avoiding the second phase of Armos.
It's a race.
We got an 11:08 Eastern from Spaces, and then I can't read that from Beer. I'm not going to strain my eyes, it's too small.
It's so small, but his rando tracker says he has a bow, he's killed Armos, he's got a green pendant, he has a lamp, and a boomerang.
Well, that's a pretty good set right there. You can do all of Eastern, which he did. Alright, looks like he got a gold Eastern too.
Oh, yep. I can't see, let me pull open his stream actually, so I can maybe read that better.
I think it was an 11:19-ish that he got there. It looks like Space is going for Saha rupees and bombs.
Yeah, that Saha roops for life.
Oh, interesting. Okay, so Beer is, I assume, going for tree rupees.
Okay.
Which means he's getting a slight, like, lead now, but it's going to take him a little bit longer in the Aga Tower split. So that's just like another example of times when differences in routing kind of make it more ambiguous as to how the race is going. So even though it looks like they're both around the same, like, around the same place time-wise, they're actually, like, pretty synced up, too. Spaces is a little bit ahead because he already has the rupees. Specifically the ones that he's going to need for Kiki. Oh, they're both doing this, wow.
I love it when races are on the same screen.
Space is shaking his head because he didn't quite make it in the door there. Had a really slippery door frame. He kept slipping and sliding off of it.
Someone in chat said, Saha the shoe sniffer. Those are red Nikes, man. Alright, so I pulled Beer's stream up and I had to make it so large that it takes up the entire monitor to see his splits, which is fine. So he had, he got a gold, 0.9 gold and leaving Eastern.
Nice, okay.
Yeah.
So one of the cool things about this game, that's like it's like a skill-based thing that most people don't realize is slope dashes. So depending on like what pixel alignment you wait, just like basically your positioning when you're dashing into a slope, you can get like a faster or a slower slope dash. If you get good at like kind of reading it, you can see like the slower slope dashes look a little bit. They're obviously slower, but they also kind of look like jaggedy, if that makes sense. So if you're an astute viewer, I want you to pay attention to when they leave desert and go the same way, like along the slopes, like how fast the slope dashes are. I think at their level, they're probably maybe Beer is like paying attention to stuff like that, but I don't imagine Spaces is, because I know I didn't like really notice any of that until I was probably like a 129 level or something, or at least until someone told me directly. But I don't know, just one of the things that one of the skill-based things that's not like that's kind of advanced and not like really obvious. This is a
Got
cool
some
room.
good cannonballs for Spaces. I didn't see Beers.
Beer had to redash.
Okay.
He also got a chest turn, so that's +1 on the chest turns. Unfortunately, his chest turn tracker is not updating, because it still says 0 even though he got it. Bleeby actually wasn't even in chat, but he heard through the ether someone among the 7 billion people in the world saying chest turn, and he immediately logged onto his computer to put his chest turn emote there. That's sick, Bleeby.
Thanks, Bleeby.
Thank you, Spleeb. Alright, looks like neither one of them is doing the batshit Desert 2 spin speed strat, which is good, because if one of them jumped off the ledge,
That's a bad time.
Yeah, that's a bad time, especially in a race. Would be really funny though. But it would make the race boring until the other person makes a huge mistake.
That's true.
Alright, I think Spaces had slightly better Popo RNG, and he also like handled it pretty well too. So he probably saved a little bit of time there. I think overall Spaces has been like steadily a little bit like faster and more comfortable in these rooms. If Beer's going to catch up, I think it's probably going to be based on potentially. I imagine like Beer has more like experience with Link to the Past in general, so I think he could potentially catch up in like boss fights or in situations where Spaces panics and loses a bunch of time, maybe dies. So we'll see how this ends up going.
Sure. Lambo, where's boss?
Nah, Limbo's awesome.
What?
It's so fun.
What's the worst boss to you then?
Fighter Sword Moth.
Oh. Okay. I didn't consider that.
Yeah, that doesn't come up in NMG. I don't know, in NMG I'm not really sure. Maybe Argus? I don't like Argus.
Really? It is close, yeah. Aga 2, Frick?
Aga 2? Oh, you know what? Yeah, actually. No, Aga 1. Actually, no, just straight up Aga 1. Because it's not even skill-based. Fuck Aga 1. I'll take any even partially skill-based boss, like, any day of the week.
Oh, that crab was coming for him, but he beat it.
Alright, so both of them... Fake Flipper... successfully. We don't have any. If you get hit while you're fake flippering, you soft lock there, which is really bad. Like,
Yes.
I mean, I guess you just like what save and quit. No, you don't even save and quit. You have to like hard reset, right? To
I honestly don't remember. I thought you could save and quit, start from Link's house, if you didn't, like, if you know you got hit and it doesn't, like, do the screen scrolling thing.
Oh, you know what? You're actually totally
Yeah,
right. Yeah.
Fricker said save and quit before movement. Yeah, so I think the race criteria said if you end up in a situation like that, just save and quit if you're able.
I saw that beer. He sometimes I do this too. He like just instinctively saw a slope and he was like, I'm gonna dash.
Oh,
You know, here. And then he remembered that like old man, you know.
old man
is
can't
there.
keep up.
Yeah, you can't keep up, you gotta slow down. No running in the hallways. I'm calling him out because I've done that many, many times before, just out of habit.
Same.
Good boulders from Spaces. And from Beer. Yeah, there we go. Beer's got... Oh, Spaces gets hit. Oh, Beer gets hit, too.
Okay, well. It's no fun when you get hit there.
So think for this, because you... Actually, never mind. Tam says Zelda. Absolutely true.
Yes.
Oh, okay, so what Beer did was, he did the setup for the quick warp that works in, when you're getting Ether, which is it's a different setup because the camera's different because you flute there. So that's why I didn't get the quick warp there. I'm not entirely sure if Spaces did it, but I think I actually don't know. But yeah, so if Beer's wondering why I didn't get the quick warp, then that's why. So what I do there is I just cancel the spin speed with like an A press, and then I like walk right into the portal because you want to be on the right side of the portal, whereas in the Ether split you want to be in the middle, and you can set that up by like moving really fast to the left in a spin speed state.
And this is the room where you don't look at chat, because as soon as you do, you get hit in the face with a tile.
Space is playing this one a little more defensively. I can respect that. Beer playing a little more of an aggressive play style versus these tiles, going right up in their faces and stabbing them. Honestly, both work. It just all comes down to the skill of the player. The skill being just don't get hit.
Yes, don't get hit. There are a couple other setups for the room. You can boom the switch and dash and stand on the blue pegs. Tam said, it's too much movement. It's stressing me out. Well,
That's a really interesting emote close. Mirror Stomp.
Let's see how they do the Beatles. Okay.
Really impressive from Spaces. So he messed up the really fast strat, but then he had an immediate like backup that got both of the Beatles. So honestly, really impressed with the backup.
It worked.
Yeah, definitely. The thing that separates the good players from the great players is like being able to back stuff up when things don't go well.
Now they're gonna bomb jump over so that they can get their Moon Pearl. Oh, Space is trying to chest turn.
Yeah, he's feeling a little competitive. Maybe he saw Beer chest turning earlier, and he was like, I need to do some of that. Pretty close race. Space is still, I think, technically a little bit ahead, even though he's behind, if that makes sense, because Beer still has to do the 3 rupees, but it's definitely really close. Alright, both of them look like they're pretty competent at fighting Moldorm. Yeah, there we go. These are seasoned Moldorm veterans.
Yeah.
They're both on the last hit at the same time. Ooh. Space is having a little trouble. Beer had a little trouble too. Oh, okay. Ooh. Yeah, he mistimed it like a few times there trying to get to the tail, but also, actually for both of them, I think Moldorm kind of went to the fuck you zone at the top left. That's kind of difficult to deal with. Beer has 3 golds in a row, which probably means he has a lot of room to like, I don't know, a lot of time to save just even with his current skills. Oh,
that was a unique route.
I think he went there accidentally. It looked like he did the spin speed and then he went too far down. So
Okay.
I think his lead is basically evaporated at this point. Because yeah, with the time it's going to take
the tree pulls.
Beer to do tree pulls, yeah, Space is going to. Oh, interesting. That's an interesting route.
Yeah, I haven't seen that. I see people shoot an arrow at the pickle normally.
Pickle shot's a pretty advanced strat, and it's like sometimes, you know, Shakira the pickle just gets out of the way, and it's like.
Did you just call the pickle Shakira?
Well, yeah, because she shakes her hips. Her hips don't lie.
Oh my god, I love that.
you only need 4 kills between the trees for tree pulls. I think Beer is at like 6 and counting. I don't know if this is like a meme or if he just really wants to be safe here. It might be a meme now. It did look cool seeing, like, I don't know, him killing everything and anything in his path. His warpath to the Master Sword. Tam says, I know Beer doesn't do much NMG, but I feel like he's on a crazy pace. Yeah, bunch of golds. Also apparently running against a cold stare death. Alright, so Beer's on kill number 7. Grabs the mushroom. Good, yeah. Grabbing the mushroom in a race setting is probably the way to go. Alright, the Space is back in the lead. Because he didn't have to do tree pulls.
Do you fake powder in this mode? You can. If you know how to.
Look, checks, Beer can do whatever he wants, okay? He's done enough chess turns to show you that he doesn't play by the rules. He's a maverick. He doesn't give a shit about the, you know, customs or the rules or time or anything. Hey, thanks for the raid, Kalo. Am I supposed to thank them for the raid? I'll do it anyway.
Thank you, raid. Alright, so different strats here.
Ooh, Space just barely misses the double spin there. Alright, it looks like neither of them so Beer messes up that strat a little bit, but I don't think it really matters because he only got the heart drop and he didn't get the fairy drop. Really, what? I guess it could matter in pod. He could get the fairy drop in pod, and then that would mess up. TR, but I don't know. They both have mushrooms, so I think they'll probably be fine for TR. Oh wait, that might be awkward to set up fake powder. Yes, yeah, so that might come into play in like 30 splits.
Yeah, for Beer having not done NMG in a while, or not much NMG, he's doing really well. I haven't seen Spaces play a lot.
Honestly, I'm really impressed with how well Beer kind of backed that strat up. Just like the red alert room. It looked like he got a weird, like, he bounced one of the guards, like, in a weird way, but he killed them pretty efficiently, despite the fact that his strat went off the rails.
Beer said once a year he NMGs. I guess this is his once a year. Also, Link to the Past Ken, has there ever been a tie in a race? Yeah, I've witnessed a race, I think once at least, where they had to frame count.
Oh yeah, was it? I think last season they had to frame count something, or between like one or two or two or three people or something. But I think it might have been in the quals, or maybe unless you're thinking of something different.
I'm not sure. It has happened before though.
I had a rando seed like not even a week ago where I had 11 blue balls in a row and then it stopped, and I was pissed that I didn't get the 15.
11 wasn't enough for you?
11 wasn't enough. I mean, because at that point, I'm like counting up, pouring shots. I'm like, come on, can we get to 15? Like, when you get to 11 in a row, you have to be hoping for the 15. All right, so both of them have one blue ball each, I think. Unless I counted wrong. Space is at 2. Beer at 2.
I'll let you do the counting.
Space at 3. Someone correct me if I'm wrong. I might have undercounted for spaces, but I think I'm right. Beer also at 3. Spaces at 4. I guess we'll figure it out after this. Yeah, okay, so Beer's locked at 3. This is going to be his last ball. I'm wrong. Is Beer at 4?
I'll be honest with you. I just started counting recently in NMG.
What the fuck's going on? Okay, they're both at like 6 or something. 7?
Ken cursed them with the 15 blue ball guess. Yeah, Fox lists no math, please. Alright, well...
Are they both at 7? I think they're both at 7.
Whatever they're at, they're both on the pyramid.
I think you mean Beer. Okay, hold on. We can do the math here.
This is a good race, though. On the races where one player gets like 0 to 1 blue balls and the other person gets a shit ton, it's makes the other person have to like feel pressured to catch up over something they don't have control over.
Yeah, there was a race last season where Relkin was doing really well against Airy, and then Airy got plot armored, and Relkin got like 9 blue balls or something, and it was just like the most demoralizing thing I've ever seen. Alright, so let's just say they're both at 7.
So now here in the Dark World, everything hits for more damage, and they don't have Net and Bottle at their level.
Yeah, so one mistake and you can really get your ass eaten here.
And they both went to pod with enough money, so that's good.
Yeah, if you don't pay the troll toll to Kiki, my bad, you won't be able to get into Pod's hole. Looks like low hops from Kiki for both of them. So Kiki hops are like one of the RNG components in the game that they don't affect the game in a literal sense, right? But it's more of like a so you know how some cultures they look at a groundhog shadow to determine if you get like 6 more weeks of winter? That's kind of how we see Kiki.
I've never heard of that in that way. I will always think of that now when I'm on that screen. Oh, Link to the Past Kin. When do you do Zora? To get flippers, that's right before the Ice Palace split. So
Yeah,
after Skullwoods, they'll mirror and flute to Link's house. And then... Yep. They'll head to Zora's, and on the way there, they'll mirror and get Quake from the fish. Big fish.
So it looks like they're both doing pretty well on their beer. Getting really greedy for those chest turns. What are you doing? Yeah, accidentally mapping is it's a certified hood classic in Link to the Past. I know some people have like removed the X button from their controller because why would you even have that? Because the map is just useless.
Is that even legal? They were talking about that earlier, and I was like, for rando, you need the X to check the map to know, where your crystals are.
It's definitely legal in NMG. It's not useful, and yeah, I mean it screws you over if you do rando.
I'm still gonna call people cheaters for doing that.
Uh-oh, okay, beer messes up.
Reset.
Hammer jump, but he does get... He is able to open up the door. Alright, Spaces gets it, but he takes a lot of menus to do so. Oh, Beer's taking a lot of menus too, okay. Yes, Spaces definitely takes the lead after that one.
Even though he did that many menus, it's still a lot quicker than going down to the basement and all the way around.
Yeah, I think it takes... I think you would need to menu like 31 times for it to be even with the non-hammer jump strat.
It's significant.
Yeah. So hammer jumping is basically always preferred.
Oh, Spleeby says, actually, we recently clarified the rules that buttons may be left unbound for emulators, so I'm sure disconnecting a physical button would be fine. That's good to know.
Yeah, I'm like 100% sure it'd be fine.
Thank you, Spleeby.
Unless Fox reforms the rules. Unless he gets what he wants, becomes Link to the Past dictator.
Remove credits.
If there's anyone who thinks that there's a Link to the Past Shadow Cabal that controls the rule sets and everything, you're wrong. It's just Foxlist. I'm a whistleblower now. Anyway, I'm gonna change the topic before I get assassinated.
So this is where you take a drink when the screen's moving. It's your little water break. Oh, I also, in that room that Beer was just in, with the hammer pegs, I saw Retromel do a strat recently where he used the boomerang to hit the switch instead of, hitting the pegs, going up, hitting the switch, going back to the door. Yeah, is it just called boom strat? I haven't tried that yet, but looks pretty good.
Yeah, it's an alternative for when you don't have beams. You can use the boomerang, you can use arrows. I've seen both. There's so in ADRMG, depending on what route you do, there's a wacky strat where you hammer the pegs and then menu. I actually don't remember the order of operations, but like you hammer the pegs and throw a bomb at the switch at the same time, basically, and you can dash through. It's pretty crazy looking, so I think that would probably be optimal depending on what loadout you have.
One heart left.
Makes it, yeah.
Yep.
He's got to be clenched after that one.
Yeah, he took some damage, so when the fireballs come out, they always split diagonally, and he was standing a little bit in their path. Beer did catch up a lot, yeah.
You're completely right, JD. You place the bomb, switch to hammer the pegs, grab the bomb, then throw it, and then dash through.
That's too many things.
It's if you watch like Louis' ADRMG former world record, he does it there. I assume other runs do that, but that's like the one that I saw it in. No deaths, baby. Way to go, Spaces. You guys are absolutely right.
Hell yeah. Alright, so now they're gonna go get the flute so that they can travel around the map easily.
It's
After this.
Thieves Town before Skullwoods.
Yes. Generally, Thieves Town is done before Skullwood, so after you leave Thieves Town, you can get the sword to temper it for Moth.
Yep. And having Tempered Sword doesn't really help. Actually, you can't even get to the Tempered Sword until after you do Thieves. So even though the game considers Thieves the 4th dungeon and Skullwood's the 3rd dungeon, it's faster to do Thieves first. Also, it's just closer. Whoever saves 9 frames in Mire Torches is the winner in my heart. How do you save 9 frames in Mire Torches?
No idea.
Is there a lag reduction strat?
Tell us. We need deets, Close.
I need your wisdom. Doggo, close of the beach, give me your wisdom.
A nice high talk for Stumpy for Spaces. You can talk to him surprisingly high up on the screen there.
I didn't see, but I think Beer might have gotten the not the quick warp that NMG players typically do, but like the alternative one where you line up with the tree. Which I guess works with the fact that he menu to mirror earlier. So because he wasn't able to because otherwise you wouldn't. It would be a little bit harder to set it up without the menu buffer. All right, let's see if they can outrun Usain Bolt. Spaces gets it. Beer also gets it. Usain Bolt claims no victims today, unless he got twin or close. I didn't see that race.
1 dig each. We gaming. What's the most digs that you guys have gotten?
4 for me. Maybe 4.
You've done 4.
I've seen 5. I think that's a help a command, like 5 digs from
5
Emma.
dig.
Alright, Space is getting powder, so this is going to be a slight slowdown. This is about like a 40-second time loss, I think. But it's also going to make the whole thing a lot more consistent, so he can easily make that time up over Beer if there's like a death, for example, or, a situation where Beer has to set up like fake powder or something.
We have a route deviation here. Spaces went and turned in his mushroom to get powder. And it looks like Beer did not. Ooh!
Yeah, Spaces does the... Okay, so that's a newer strat. So that's the Requiem backup for the 3 Musketeers strat. So if you don't get what you want to do is get like an early dash, but if you miss that dash, then you can walk up and do what Spaces just did. I guess the quick warp there.
Dungeon of lag.
Yeah, there are a few like weird laggy places in this dungeon. One of them's coming up on Beer's end. I guess that got maybe a little laggy, I don't know. Specifically where you, after you go up these stairs right here, when you're going right, it's really laggy, and then it stops.
Yeah.
It always fucks me up when I go between this and,
the fast ROM.
Yeah, and fast ROM, and I, experience it in one, but I don't experience it in the other.
JD, aren't you doing Hundo?
On the ice split. That definitely works. It's potentially a teeny bit faster, but it's you're basically saving a second at most. You're saving a few seconds at most, but you don't have the benefit of having powder in some of the splits where you'd probably need it the most. So I'd say, honestly, either you should just get powder in Thieves, or you just don't get it at all. I don't know. Having an intermediary kind of thing like that, I feel doesn't help a whole lot, but... And this is coming from someone who did do that for a little bit and then went back to mushroom, or powder and thieves, but that's just me.
I do my shopping personally. All right before I enter Thieves' Town. So yeah, I'll activate the flute, and then I do shop Blink 182. So 1 up the mountain.
Oh, that's why it's called that.
Yeah. And then 8 for the ice rod, and then 2 to turn in my shroom for the powder. Then I head back and I'm stocked up. Then I don't have to worry about shopping anywhere else. But I'm also basically a 138 to 142 average runner. I'm just rusty, so my strats are not going to be as optimal as a lot of other people.
I know, like, Fox is a big proponent of doing all of your shopping and thieves for people who get powder. So, honestly, I think there's definitely merit for that.
So you don't need Bamos in this kin, but you would get Ether before Meyer.
Well, okay, Ether is a kind of a contentious thing, so you can get it before, like, right before Swamp or right before Mire. And Ice Rod, depending on where you do Ice Rod and Ether, there's kind of like a holy war, if that makes sense, or like a, you know, like a religious difference almost between the shopping routes that people do. Where does Meowsky get Ether? So I do Ether Swamp and TR Ice Rod. Because Stop Long Swamp. And also Fire Long Mire. Yeah, what Tam said. Look at Tam's emote. It explains everything. Ether in Mire's segment is Kaizo. That's actually so true. Because if you get hit once, then the entire thing isn't worth it, and it's, like, weird. Going in Mire without full health is not good.
It's not great. Just don't get hit.
Yeah, but then you also have to do like backup Mire too, which isn't too bad honestly, but I don't know. If you're already down 1 heart, you have to do backup Mire too, and maybe you don't get Sank Heart too. Ooh, another map. That's scary.
So now
Nice
Beer's getting money so that he'll have enough to buy flippers.
Yep.
That's the first 300, and he can go and rescue Jeremiah the Bullfrog.
Because as much as you can fake flipper, there's no getting around. In an NMG sense, there's no getting around like the front of water. What's it called? Water Palace. Swamp Palace.
The swamp.
Oh my god.
These frogs, they do now. That's Jeremiah, man.
I thought so too, Flip. Wait,
Retro, I have lots of unique names for things. Yeah, Water Dungeon. That's its new name now.
Oh no.
Stop Top Rock.
Okay, wait, which one's Jeremiah?
Oh, this dwarf here that you temper the sword.
The one that you rescue or the other one?
The one you rescue.
I thought he was Frogthor.
Well, he can be whatever you want. I'm gonna call him Jeremiah.
He's Frogthor.
Bruce is left. Jesus, get it right.
Okay, where did Bruce come from?
I have no idea.
Not that. No. Like that, Frogthor.
And
it feels like he has like a barbarian name almost.
And so neither of these runners are gonna need half magic at their skill level. But you would get that here on this.
Oh, did you see the muff? I saw the Muffins Dash.
I didn't see it.
Do you know the Muffins Dash? The Muffins Dash? The Muffins Dash. That's a big meme in the rando community. I had a race recently that was piloted by Sean, by Secretly a Sliver, and we got in the C-shaped house. He's like, Nash, you got to do Muffin's Dash. And I'm like, okay, I'll do Muffin's Dash. It's the really short dash at the end of C-shaped house. It's a meme. It's hilarious, trust me. Oh, did Spaces do Muffin's Dash? I didn't even see. I was too busy talking about Muffin's Dash. Let's go.
I just recently heard about Muffin's Tracker. I'm new to the rando community, though. I'm learning.
It absolutely, it's so quirky and funny to have memes, I guess. Fox.
Fox doesn't like fun.
Can't we just have anything without you criticizing it? Oh, careful, Tam. The Shadow Cabal's gonna get you.
You love Fire Rod in Skullwoods. That's where it lives. That's why I like NMG. I always know where all my shit is.
One thing about rando. Oh wow, that is. All right, Beer is on slight life support here. Having 3 hearts going into here is like a little bit scary. Yeah, he's okay. He's already scared of the fire snake, which, like, to be fair, he should be.
At least he's aware of it.
Yeah, definitely.
Oh, he walked it out. I think. Do you dash there?
Yeah, normally.
Okay.
I think
Yeah.
with the Joe strat, you dash. Yeah.
Yeah. Joey's pretty good.
All right, good job not taking any damage. He almost took damage from a mummy, but I think he's probably done that strat enough to know the ins and outs of it. All right.
Walking's fine. Yeah, I'm sure if you don't have boots like in rando, then walking for
Honestly,
you is no
I'm
big
calling
deal.
it Beer. Beer's fine.
Yeah, I believe.
Wait, how did he get so much
Okay.
magic? Oh, you know what?
He had a magic drop
somewhere. Yeah,
Yeah,
he killed the mummies.
And Spaces did the dash for the Joey strat.
Tim is saying some dangerous shit that's going to get them probably murdered in their sleep. Not by me, of course, but by, you know, someone who's actually in the know.
I won't tell.
Look, I can whistle blow, you know, Fox taking over NMG, but all this random stuff is way above my head, and I can only make so many enemies at once.
Spaces playing safe here with Moth.
Moth is being a real ass.
Okay.
Did
Nice.
not leave the top for the longest time, mostly because the spikes were getting in the way. But like I don't know. I blame the spikes there. Everybody always blames Moth, but sometimes it's the spikes' fault. Yeah, it's pretty rough.
Good job, Spaces. That could have been a death though, and he he stayed alive. Yeah, Moth is bad. Poppy.
I appreciate your belief in me, Sean, but it's not a matter of if I can, but if I really want to have to sleep with one eye open.
Yes, Kin. So yeah, they will set up Spooky by fluting by the tree as they transition north and go through the bridge, the portal, and then they'll enter the Dark World and head towards Catfish, and they'll mirror, and then we'll see them head towards King Zora and onto ice. Correct.
Yep.
What did he do, Fox? You said, "Oh my God!" I didn't see.
Oh, he might be talking about I was about to call it Louis Dash, but there are like 30 different Louis Dashes. The one with the Ropas. So he killed the first one, and then he did the unsafe dash through the second one. There's a
the lotto
strat there. Yeah. Well, there are like 3 lotto dashes, but The one I'll tell you when Spaces gets to it.
Okay.
You're definitely thinking of the same one though. Yeah, it's this one right here.
I slash him out of the way. Is that correct?
No, you can just walk around him.
All right. Good to know.
Oh, Fox is before that. Okay. 2 after the pyramid. So a different Lotto Dash. Got it. Look, we can all just admit that none of us are able to communicate well enough to understand which screens we're talking about, and leave it at that. The English language can only accomplish so much.
There's too many words in English.
Maybe not enough words.
Or too many words with multiple meanings. Such as right, correct? Like when I was helping someone a long time ago, I said move right, and they said my right or Link's right.
Yeah. A lot of ambiguity.
You get ice rod before ice. You need the ice rod for T-Rock, so if you're doing it during your shopping segment, you would get it then, but the routes are slightly different. Hamburger patty elevator?
I don't want
Update.
hamburgers. You're making me hungry.
I hunger.
Ooh, actually, I'm kind of craving like a chicken sandwich, even though I just ate. But like, not like a... No, actually, any kind of chicken sandwich. Literally any form.
Not to change the subject from food, but Beer has 6 golds over here on his splits.
Wow. Yeah, that's crazy.
We can go back to chicken now, though.
I mean, no, he doesn't run NMG a whole lot, so it kind of makes sense that he would have a shit ton of golds, because that, and also, you know, he's just like pretty good at the game. So there's honestly, like, we haven't seen the full extent of his power level, is what I'm saying. Ooh, good question. Either, honestly. I was trying to think earlier about like which kind, but yeah, either.
Fried chicken. Like a crispy chicken sandwich. That's what's up.
Oh, okay. So I have a moral dilemma, right? So I went to Waffle House the other day, and I saw them making the most amazing thing. It was 2 waffles with like chicken in the middle of it. So like a chicken and waffles, kind of like waffle sandwich basically, or a chicken sandwich but with waffles as the bread, right? So I'm like, is that on the menu? What is that? And the server says no. You know, it's like this new TikTok sandwich or something. So I'm like, if I go to Waffle House, what do I like ask for? And then she's like, well, you know, just ask for the TikTok sandwich and they'll know what you mean. But I don't want to go in there and look like an asshole. I don't use TikTok. I hate TikTok. I don't want to be like,
used it.
I don't know. I'm not against other people using it, but I just don't want to be that guy, you know? But I do want the sandwich. But you want the
sandwich.
Yeah. So I guess it's probably not a big deal and nobody's going to care.
You can just show them a picture.
Like 2 generations too old to ask for TikTok sandwich. I feel almost the same way. Oh, cold stare is way more important than the TikTok sandwich.
Yes, so he had exactly enough magic to break the shell on cold stare. He's pretty low health for cold stare.
Oh my god, okay. He can do this? Oh, yeah. So that's a big time loss. He is running against a cold stare death, allegedly, apparently, I think, so there is potential for him to PB anyway.
That's true.
Right, so the smart play here is, I think, going to Swamp.
Yeah. You can't get into Mire because you don't have the magic.
Alright, so he's going to go to Swamp.
Yep.
I think he tried to get a bomb there. I think there's a bomb there.
There is.
Spaces is now going to cold stare.
Let's see how Spaces does. Ooh.
Ooh, gets hit by the ice. Okay, almost got hit there. He can take a hit from Cold Stare.
Just one though, right?
Just one, yeah.
Ah!
Oh my god.
It's making me nervous.
Nice.
We did it.
Okay, he gets it.
Half magic saves lives. I'm a pretty big fan of half magic. It makes a lot of things easier.
Alright, so I'm thinking Beer is probably like 3 minutes behind. Because Cold Stare Death is like, I think like a 4-minute time loss, and Spaces was about a minute behind before then. Kind of doing napkin math here, but so it looks like, you know, the race is definitely in Space's favor, but a Space's death would definitely put this in Beer's favor. But Beer's also not doing great, being only on 4.5 hearts in Swamp.
There are a couple of hearts under some pots he can grab. There's one here at the beginning. He should be okay with his ability to get through here. As long as he doesn't take too much damage.
Barely avoiding those fireballs.
Yeah.
Yeah, right screen's gonna be way more tense to watch for a while.
Chat's still going on about chicken.
I can never get that wall grab. I always try, and then I look down without grabbing the wall like an idiot.
What's it save a frame?
I think
singular.
Like, no, it's like.
Is it worth?
Some nerd like Fox would know, but I think like 9 is my guess.
Oh, I just grab it because it's cool. No Specky clip. That's not allowed in NMG.
Yeah, Tim's also a nerd. They'd know.
Nerds in chat.
Okay, so Specky clip is technically allowed, but you can't do it without hookshot. So it's not like it won't come up anyway, because you get hookshot later on. But I suppose if you died, then you could probably get back and Specky through. Oh, Specky clip is not allowed.
Yeah, I don't believe you're allowed to clip through things.
I mean, you clip through.
It's Go ahead.
Okay, that's pretty good right there. Beer got like on the blue pegs before the cutscene.
That was good.
You clip through like the hammer jump like rail.
You're only allowed to clip through things if you use a pit to do it.
Oh, that's actually no, you're right.
Enemy jewels are a right list. I think this is the same case with.
All right, you're right. This is why Fox has all the power in the Shadow Cabal and not me. I'm only an underling. Alright, Beer's been kind of on par with like 3.5 to 4.5 hearts for a while.
Still think he'll be alright.
You still think he'll be alright?
I think so.
Yeah, because he can take... He can get this... You're probably right.
He knows how to do parts, too. So he can do that if he feels nervous.
I can't believe you're saying I'm making everyone sound like cultists when Tam's over here saying that every other thing is a psyop. Maybe Tam is the psyop. You ever think about that?
Tam's a mystery.
Tam's apparently not going to SGL. I'm sad.
What? Why? Come on, Tam.
They were a little unclear, but they blamed Australia, like the country.
Beer almost went
Australian government.
rando brain there. He went right side, and he didn't get the what you call it, the hook speed to be able to push that statue faster, and then to auto pick up the pot.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, when you don't have the hook speed, it's like harder to pick up the pot because the statue's overlapping it. There's a Foxless video that tells you like how to retry it easily or something. But I don't remember because I don't pay attention for Fox videos. I won't tell Tam. I'm down.
I don't tell people things. I just know things.
If I'm ever elected as the president of Link to the Past, then part of my platform will be kidnapping Tam and bringing them to SGL every year. Oh, okay. Beer's doing the hook speed thing. Yeah, this is a pretty good strat, honestly. I think, oh, okay. Okay, so he's doing the backup strat. Yeah, honestly, going for it and then missing it isn't too big of a deal. There we go, okay.
Tam, are we insomnia buddies?
Oh, you're
Yeah.
actually right, Tam doesn't sleep.
Beer didn't need hearts. He got
Nice
it.
look
Now
back.
he'll get his magic refill. So, is he gonna go back and do cold stare now, or is he going to do something different?
I think cold stare's the play.
I don't make the rules here, but welcome, first-time chatter.
You know, I think there's probably a good reason for that. So I did talk to an anonymous restreamer. I can't remember who it was. I don't think it was any. It's any of the restreamers who are here now. But they did mention that, you know, they're thankful that in Link to the Past at least people are really tame with the their split backgrounds. Because some people have some really suspicious stuff as like the picture for their split background, their live split backgrounds. So it might be related to that, if I had to guess.
Have you seen Poppy's? Every stream he does, he switches a different background, and it's always like Carmen Sandiego or a musician or something super wild and vivid, and then it has like neon green font over the top. It's wild, but it's not inappropriate.
That's pretty sick. Yeah, I mean, I'm glad it's not porn.
It's not porn. So, Beer chose to go up the mountain now instead of going back to Cold Stare.
Yeah, this is an interesting.
Ooh.
Oh no. Okay.
That happens if you got to face to the right
Yeah.
as you're
yeah.
walking up the last couple steps of the stair to keep from hopping off. Big hop.
That is a really interesting way to get in that portal. Yeah, I mean, the way the beer got in the portal and the hair split is the way you want to get it in when you're getting ether.
I saw spaces stock up.
In the restock room. Oh, we get the fence dash thing. It's not a fence dash because it's not a fence, but it's basically the fence. Basically a fence dash.
Same thing.
Is Beer gonna do?
I'm unsure. He's shopping.
Surely he does. Oh, he got hit by the thing there. Why are you trying to kill yourself?
He lives on the edge.
He might be trying to go for like a death to restock his health.
Looks like he's going back into I don't want to spoil it actually, but it's too late. He's headed back into ice. I just had to pull him open earlier to be able to see his splits.
Oh yeah, he's going back to ice.
Occasionally I get some ads for some, women's hair color though over on his side.
Interesting.
What's the craziest ad you've gotten like when watching on Twitch?
When watching on Twitch, I can think of the craziest ad I've ever gotten.
What's that?
I can't think of. So I was on Facebook and like I don't know why they would think I would want this, but it was like a Wish ad for like $1 dildos. Like absurdly cheap dildos, and I'm like, why would you? I don't want dildos. Why would?
You sure it wasn't like
Facebook
it wasn't targeted?
That's why I'm saying it's like weird that Facebook would think that I would want cheap dildos. I don't know. I swear it's not based on any of my searches.
Uh-huh.
Pile Cream Head on Twitch. Got an ad for chicken sandwich one time. Oh, we're back to the chicken?
I don't think they ever let go of the chicken.
Only expensive dildos. Look, if there's a choice between one or the other, you know.
It's so interesting to see how everyone lines up differently for the IPBJ.
Ooh, interesting.
And he has the hook shot now because he went. Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't know
handy.
about the hookshot strat there, but that makes a lot of sense. All right, good Meyer 2 from Spaces, by the way. I saw that out of the corner of my eye. Good penguin lineup from Beer. Oh God.
I wouldn't have thought to hook to those bottom left blocks there. Or there. I'm not used to having a hook shot in Ice Palace. I'm learning.
Yeah, I'm learning a lot here. You can tell that both of the commentators are mainly NMG players who are dabbling in rando, because we're both like, you know, really quiet looking at Beer's screen.
It's just so interesting. I really like. I'm enjoying the crossover of, you know, the NMG and the rando community. It's pretty neat. All right, let's get this cold stare.
Right,
Rando
so he messed up the strat in the same way both times.
Do you think maybe it's a fast ROM issue?
Part of it is he was really like far. Good job in completing it, by the way. He's really far like down into the left of cold stare when he did the initial spin, so he was kind of far away when he was trying to go over and get the poke dash. So that kind of maybe messed things up. He also just missed the poke dash by not being close enough, which might have, you know, they might have been correlated. But I don't know. I think it probably has something to do with that.
Yeah, so if you stand in the correct spot, it'll just push cold stare right up into that corner for you.
Spaces, I just noticed Spaces got a 3-second gold in Swamp, and he's now 7 seconds ahead of PB, so this could be yet another PB. He had one recently, I think. Spike room. Yeah, he's just kind of like powering through all the Maya rooms. Doesn't look like he's having any issues there.
So he has he does not have half magic, but his magic is half full. I didn't see if he set up spooky, but I'm assuming so. Yes.
Nice spooky one.
Definitely.
Yeah, this is all book right here. This is how you're supposed to do these things. Nice. Very clean movement too. I haven't really like said, I don't know, like mentioned. Oh, Beer took the bird along with him for the ride. Didn't even bird toss. Took the beer in, or the bird in with him. Okay, so Spaces tried to powder the Anti-Fairy, but he didn't have any magic. So you can fake powder it even with real powder. Uh-oh, this isn't good.
Careful.
Okay.
Think he'll be alright.
I think it could be alright.
That's a nice backup strat to know, to stand along the right wall and if you have enough arrows. you don't take damage while you're standing there, but you can shoot arrows to the left, and if your hearts are low, it's pretty safe.
Yeah, you do have to dodge the eyeballs, and if you go like 1 pixel to the left, you take damage. But it's
Right.
still it's still a good strat. Oh, it's hit by the bomb slug. That's rough.
Bomb
We're going to
slug's
space for
rude.
backing that up.
I'm a little confused about the switch. The switches are up there. Are they always up there?
Yeah, they're always up there.
Okay. I've just been doing too much rando, I think. It's starting to confuse me. I got nervous. Because after you get the cane, you know, when you go to the next room, if the blue spikes are up, that's a bad time.
Yeah, definitely. You, especially in Swamp, too, if the switches are in the wrong place and you go, like, you know, you can potentially go the wrong way for, like, a full minute and then have to go back and hit the switches again. So really, if you think about it, this has been a battle of chess turns. I think he who gets the most chess turns will get the fastest time here. That's what I predict. But I also don't know who has the most chess turns. And I don't know if the game knows either, so I think actually whoever just is faster will be faster. Which as of right now is Spaces.
Yeah, the cold stare death was pretty punishing, unfortunately.
Definitely. And it looks like Meyer has been pretty taxing as well. I'm also not 100% sure he got Spooky. No, he got Spooky. There's like quite a bit of time between the Dash Dust and the Canis Mario block, but it looks like he got it. There we go, get Spooky too. Whoever's fast, who's faster, no. Yeah.
Noted. Whoever is faster will probably win.
Oh, yeah, you're not supposed to hit those. You know better than that, Spaces. You just gotta
Faces.
You just gotta take the punch to the face and power through.
I do the same shit though. I get angry and slash at him.
It's so tempting.
He got the nice fast hook.
Oh, he's got to chase the anti-fairy down. All right, he's got the lineup. There we go. Okay, that did take a lot of time though, unfortunately. But it looks like Beer is going to have a decent time finishing this up.
Yeah, his video is looking really good.
Slashes a little bit in frustration there, perhaps.
I think
or just to press the B button. I don't know. All right, looks like Space has got the fairy there.
Hello, did I miss Underpot? You missed all the pot.
Damn. Okay, Space is he got the beam strap for Chomps. This is looking like a solid TR. What's Underpot again? I forgot. Oh, is that for like the cane block in Meyer when you're supposed to do that and preserve Spooky?
Not much. What's Underpot with you?
Ham, I no longer want you at SGL.
You're not gonna kidnap him?
Uh-oh. Space is between a rock and a hard place. Find out what happens next time on Spaceball Z. Alright, now he's fine.
Underpot's scary chicks. Makes me nervous. And Poppy, no one Not the kind that you're referring to.
Oh, that was a pretty slick like hook speed thing. This is pretty good Waffle House screen, despite not doing Waffle House. Basically, what I'm saying is I need to go to Waffle House after this and get that TikTok sandwich.
I am gonna need a review and a full report after it.
I'll take a picture too. I'll bring I have a Waffle House hat. I'll bring my hat too. No, that'd be even more obnoxious than asking for the TikTok sandwich.
Ask for the Napster sandwich and see what they give you. They'll give you a look like, what?
The Napster sandwich? Is that...
You know what Napster is, right?
I know what Napster is. It was before my time, but I know what Napster is.
Okay.
Listen to Sandwich on Napster. Apparently Napster is still a website. Okay, yeah, no, this isn't a real thing.
Did you just Google it?
I Googled it. I needed to know!
Right, you had to know.
Wasn't a real thing. I've been bamboozled.
If Napster was before your time, you can safely order the TikTok sandwich. Just saying.
Yeah, you're right. Only a teeny bit before my time.
They should bring MySpace back.
Alright, Laser Bridge is terrifying, but Space pulls through. I think mirroring back there is honestly pretty good, because you save out on losing a shit ton of health. It only loses like a few seconds. Good strat, honestly.
Yeah, you get the full magic refill, and then there's also a bomb on the right side in case you need it for GT, right?
Yeah. Both of them are going to have they're going to be pretty fine on bomb routing.
Yeah.
But it could be an issue potentially.
Good dodge on that Chomp's RNG there.
Alright, looks like Spaces gets through the hard part of Trinex. Has a good amount of health. I can stop looking at that screen, it'll be fine. I didn't stop looking at the screen because, I mean, beer's just going through pipes right now, but it was fine. Space is also still, so he was minus 8.6 seconds coming out of, oh, that's the hardest, Pokey, is it Pokey 1? Yeah, it's Pokey 1. Pokey 1 RNG to deal with, so good job on Beer's end. Yeah, Space is almost like 10 seconds ahead going into TR, so let's see how far he is coming out of TR. Looks like he might actually save some time here. Though definitely is going to save time here.
Wait, he doesn't mash upside down?
I guess not. He brought his controller to his camera and mashed for the world to see. Okay, almost 25 seconds ahead on Space's end. So we're looking for a PB and more money for charity from Fox PH, and I think there might be one more.
Yes, I believe I saw another. Someone was going to donate for a cause. What was it for? Do you remember?
Charity.
Well, yes, charity. I don't recall which one though.
It's a charity. I don't
Is
know.
it? I'll look.
Malaria relief. Thank you, PH.
Oh, there we go. Yeah. I didn't want to say the wrong thing.
True, Tam. Fucking tell him. Fried chicken for hourly.
Good laser skip for beer.
And it's probably a good time to tell you that ZSR is sponsored unambiguously by Waffle House. So this whole thing has been an ad for the TikTok sandwiches at Waffle House.
Everyone's gonna be hungry after this race.
Type in !waffle for a free chance to win a TikTok sandwich at Waffle House. Go to Waffle House and order the Zelda sandwich.
Hunger must wait. Oh, okay. We have a left-sided Trinex sword slash here. That's unique.
Look at that, it worked.
Yeah.
Honestly, I've never seen that strat before, and I didn't expect it to work. Good job getting the arrows on Space's end. That could be a difficult thing to do.
A lot of people do it that way. I think it's a rando thing. Yeah. I've definitely seen it before. It just always surprises me.
I see. Alright, solid GT from Space's end. Hasn't lost any health, so he can do the beam strat
That's
at the
good,
beginning
yeah.
of second floor.
That was
Damn, yeah, this
just
is fun
nice.
stuff. This could be like a... What's the GT? I mean, that like basement looked pretty fast. This could definitely be a GT Gold. 217 Ganon. This could be like a minute PB. I don't want to speak. I'm speaking way too soon. I'm cursing him.
Don't curse. Never know what's going to happen. It was a gold split for Turtle Rock segment for beer. So cool. That's cool. He's just collecting some golds.
Damn, look at that. Yeah. Still definitely behind
check.
PB, probably. I mean, this is a font for ants, so I can't really tell. Hold on.
Checks, I believe that they're referring to the Trinex double spin where you put your sword out to the left side instead of the right.
Oh, ACM does it? Alright. Instantly legitimized then.
It is weird. It works though. What even is a Trinex?
Well, so you know how, in Greek mythology, Cerberus, the three-headed dog, was the keeper of the underworld. In Link to the Past mythology, Trinex, the three-necked turtle, is the keeper of the Turtle Rock. It's kind of like that. He's also an adorable little guy. I'm scaly, not furry.
Trinex is a furry?
Which I guess is a subset of furry. So you know what? I'm being pedantic here.
Fox is a Trinex. Trinex is a fox. Cute little fox.
Foxlisk is... Oh, that's a sick double spin from space.
We don't know the lore.
Maybe Fox is Trinex's persona, and he's communicating to the real world through this furry. Fox is a furry, by the way.
Is it blind a cat?
Blind is some weird, like, fire monster thing. That's what I always, like, saw it as.
It's kind of cat-like, though.
I feel like it's probably based on some kind of mythology. Some kind of, like, Shinto thing that I can't even begin to understand. Or maybe, I don't know, it's just its own thing. I don't know, it never struck me as a cat.
I'm gonna
Big
Google
Zelda
it.
fans, read the manga.
Is blind a cat?
Nice chest turn from Beer.
I mean, Blind looks more like a furry than Trinex, but...
No, it's not Trinex itself that's the furry, but Fox is Trinex's persona, I think.
Oh, right.
Space is having a little trouble. Oh, you don't want to throw from that low. Yeah, there we go. Alright, so his basement was really good, and then I think after Mimics 2, it started to fall apart a little bit. Yeah, same with Beer. Mimics 2 wasn't great. I mean, Beer hasn't, like, done the rest of it, so it's kind of hard to tell. Oh! Space is
Moldy. Damn, I bet he's frustrated about that one.
Yeah. Because that was a really good pace. Until, I mean, there were like a lot of little mistakes in like later part of GT. All right, I think you can clean this up. Yeah, there we go.
GT is hard. It's fun to practice, but it can be hard if you mess up on a couple of things. The damage adds up.
Nice, nice cannonball room into Gauntlet 1 from Beer. Executes the strats really well.
He's getting some good arrow drops too.
Yeah, I think he's fine on arrows from here on out.
Yeah.
Alright, Space gets 2 hits for phase 1 on Aga 2, 1 on phase 2.
Did he get 1 or 2 on that? I missed it.
It was just 1 on the second one.
Okay.
Alright, so it looks like it's gonna be a 4, not phase cycle, Aga 2. Which is still pretty decent. Definitely gonna lose time here, but I think he'll still be in the green. He's running against a 217, his split says triangle, so I'm just gonna call it a 217 triangle.
Triangles. Touch the triangles. Does, Beer have enough magic?
He's gonna have to do, I think he's gonna have to do the backup strat here. I'm not 100% sure, though.
Is he gonna have to get the bottom pot, maybe? Oh? Oh?
No, I think he's probably fine. Yeah, he's fine.
Oh, he's fine.
I'm so bad at reading the magic meter.
It's difficult for me. I'm getting more used to it from rando and not having half magic, but it's still hard for me to know, you know, how much am I using, which item am I using, all that.
It looks like Space has got the first cycle, the first
heart.
phase in 1 cycle, but then the second phase he had a little difficulty. Ah!
Oh.
Okay, here we go. Missed a hit it. Oh no. Okay, dies again. And yeah, it's gonna seal it for the PB, but definitely on track to win the race still. He's just gotta, you know, chill out. Is he gonna? Oh wow. Okay. Honestly, I respect going for it. All right, second get an attempt for spaces. Is he gonna try again? Yeah, let's do it. Do it. Do it. You can do it. You can do it. You can do it. Halfway there.
Hell yeah.
Let's go. Let's go. Okay, that's sick.
Hover to
What a
save the run.
legend. Honestly, that's so sick that like just going for it is one thing, but like going for it missing and then having the confidence to go for it again, that's sick. Alright, so on not Ganon's side, on Space's side, got the 1-in-1 cycle. I don't think he's even like lost any. That was really close to Ganon, bud. I don't think he's lost any health. Yeah, this looks pretty solid.
Doom tap raid.
Oh, actually a literal dude.
Oh, no, dude. Ah, his face. He's still smiling, but head shaking.
You can tell that there's pain in that smile.
Yeah, you could tell.
Usually when people say Doom Tap raid, it's not actually Doom Tap, but this time it was.
It actually was, yeah.
Alright, so this is now all of a sudden a pretty close race.
It is really close, yeah. That's why, like, you never know.
Oh yeah,
it's
this is
over.
gonna come. Oh my god. This is going to come down to warps now. It's going to come down to warps and... I mean, warps and player execution.
He had a race checks before.
All right, so Space is definitely going to miss the 1-in-1 cycle here. Beer gets the 1-in-1 cycle with downward facing Ganon. That's sick.
Beer's back.
Beer knows what he's doing.
Yeah.
Oh my god! That's sick. Beer knows what he's doing. He knows what he wants. He knows what Ganon wants. Alright,
Good
Beer
race.
getting a shit ton of warps. I think... Alright, Space is like very close behind him. This could be anyone's game, honestly. Beer definitely has the lead. It's gonna come down to Ganon warps. Okay. Beer just barely has the lead.
I can't watch this. This is too nerve-wracking for you. Here, let me throw in a Xanax bar for you.
I mean, barring someone dying on Ganon or like getting knocked off, I think Beer takes it. He looks... he knows how to like dodge those bats. I think he'll be fine. Having a little bit of trouble getting triples, but honestly, they're like really solid stuff. And I'm really impressed with that 1-in-1 cycle. Like knowing how to... Yeah, there it is.
All right.
Knowing how to dodge the bats for downward facing Ganon like that was just super duper impressive. Good games. Yeah, it's gotta feel terrible for Spaces.
He had a good run though, up until the Ganon.
Good job getting that spin, by the way. You gotta slash like pretty early after doing the lamp before you can get the spinning time. Good games to both players. You know, I know it's definitely disappointing from both in certain parts of the run for each, but you know, that's Zelda. Love Zelda.
If you're not already, go ahead and give the runners a follow. I just put their links there for you guys in the chat.
Oh wow, I didn't realize you were a mod here.
Me either. I used to restream.
Oh, okay.
I've never done comms though. This is my first time doing comms here.
Sick. Well, you did a really good job.
Thanks. I appreciate you doing it with me.
Yeah, absolutely. This has been a lot of fun. So, I think we should be getting the racers in for a post-game interview. So, don't you dare stop watching the stream for 1 second. And we have Spaces. How's it going, Spaces?
It's going okay. How are you?
Hey,
I'm good.
Hey,
that's a good race. GG.
thank you. I appreciate that. That
You
was
were on a
that was on PV pace until the Ganon mishap.
Yeah, you were on a killer pace. It looks like minus 24.2 seconds coming out of TR.
Yeah,
That's got to be rough, but I don't know.
it's all right.
It happens.
We'll get there again. That's what those numbers mean. But
Hell yeah.
GG's
Good
to
mentality.
Beard clutching it out.
Yeah,
Yeah,
did you
definitely.
notice, were you watching the stream as you were running?
Not at all, because I felt like that was going to
Ah.
be like way too much.
Oh yeah.
Goodness.
Yeah. Yeah,
How's it going, Beer?
he actually had a death and then
Hi.
Hey.
he died in cold stare. So
Oh,
that
that's a
I thought
big
that
one.
was
That's
part
the
of the
worst
run.
one.
was part of the run though.
That's just what you're supposed to do in this.
So
Well,
so to give a quick recap on the way the race went, you both were pretty close for most of it. Just kind of going back and forth based on like what strats you were doing. Like Beer pulled ahead when Spaces did like Saha rupees, and the Spaces pulled back ahead when Beer was doing tree rupees. Spaces you lost like around like one powder trip's worth to like the witch, I guess. So you're behind
yeah.
by like 40-50 seconds, like a minute-ish.
Okay. That makes
Because you
sense.
got powder. And it was like kind of consistently like around that level. So you're both like really close execution wise. And then Beer died to cold stare
Thanks.
and was behind by like 3 minutes ish. Until
Until
I think until Ganon, basically, yeah. So Spaces then had 2 Ganon deaths, and then you were actually both in. So for your final Ganon run, you're both in Ganon at the same time, and it came down to basically like warps and like
missing
like Ganon
spins.
execution, yeah, and missing
Yeah.
spins and stuff like that.
Yeah.
You basically
I
filled
had
out
really
the hole
crappy
at the
Ganon
same
patterns.
time.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you're warped.
Basically.
Dang.
Yeah, I think Beer you had like worse warps, but it was kind of a lot from both of you.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's weird. When I was dropping into Cold Stare, I was like my strat brain turned off, and I was like, all right, just beat the boss. And then as soon as I spun, I'm like, wait, what do you do next again? And I forgot. And then I just ate shit and died. I was like, okay, I think that's what you're supposed to do. So I'm gonna go do Swamp now, like PH told me to do. And I did.
You bailed and did Swamp. That's smart because you get
Yeah.
the refill.
I saw
Yeah.
him go up the mountain to get the medallion, and I was like, he's not going to Mire, is he? He doesn't have magic. And then he went to Swamp, so I was like, all right, we good.
Yeah,
Okay.
and then I got
was-
dead rocked like immediately.
You did.
Yeah, that
I
was
want to
pretty
make
rough,
you like a paperweight of a not a paperweight, like a ceramic dead rock, just for you.
Ooh.
That'd be cool.
Uh,
I By the way, I want to call this out real quick. That was like the most Monka Ganon fight I think I've ever had.
yeah,
Like,
no kidding.
like every single little thing in it was just, I was like basically Oko. I got a down facing like phase 2. I wasn't ready for that once again, so I just kind of YOLO'd it. I did a couple dashes. I thought I was going to walk into him, but somehow I got the 1-in-1, and I was like, oh, I guess I can kind of save this. And then I missed every single like fast triple possible because he was always in the top right corner, and I wasn't ready for that. And it was just like, oh god, please let this be over. And then I didn't have the race on or the race room open basically the entire time. And so I was like, I had no idea where I was, and I just figured I was just dead. And then I was like, huh, what happened?
You gotta just keep going, and you did.
Yeah,
Exactly.
I was really impressed with the 1-in-1 cycle on the downward facing Ganon, because when you were like inside of the circle of bats, like if I was there, I wouldn't have known really how to dodge them. But you like got some hits in the Ganon, you dodged the bats like really expertly, just barely avoided them. That was some really impressive stuff. You should probably go back and watch that because that was some shit.
Yeah, I'm gonna watch the VOD tomorrow.
Are your golds real, Beer? I'm counting 9 golds on your tiny little split here.
So the only things in here that make sense are pre-skull, and the only the only run I've ever done was the qualifier run. So yeah,
That's
I guess
what I
they're real.
Okay. You're just collecting gold.
Yeah, everything after actually GT is like a 40-second. Wow, really? What did I do last time?
You can lose so much time on some really
Oh.
stuff in GT.
Yeah, I had a
Ice Armor
really
is
really
normally a
shit
huge-
gauntlet.
Yeah,
time.
that can
Yeah.
do it.
And you
remember now.
hovered to save the run.
Hovering is part of the run, by the way. I will put that out there. I've never finished an NMG run where I didn't hover, and I never will.
You failed the
Absolutely
first
never will.
hover, and then we thought you were going to do Moldorm normally, and then you said fucking went and did the second hover, and then props to that. That was great. That was a great moment.
No, I've literally never finished an NMG run without hovering, so it's part of the run, in my opinion.
That I respect it.
Yeah, and then you did the Trinox double spin with your sword to the left, like a true rando man that you are.
Yes, that's very random.
Oh my
of me.
god.
Yeah, Bob and I didn't
That's
know
so
what was going
scary.
on there. We thought you were going to get hit there, but it worked out perfectly. So how did it feel doing your first like NMG race? beer?
Sweaty.
Sweaty.
Like actually sweaty.
Same, man.
No, I think I was kind of excited. I've never done a race like this, and I've actually never followed Space's like progress in NMG, but I knew that he definitely had like plenty of like speed on me. And then when I saw, I think I checked in. Oh, I checked in when I pulled the Master Sword because I had to drop a nice emote in chat. And he was like, I think like ahead of me or like at the exact same spot. And I was like, oh, okay. Well, I'm not like, I don't know how to say this. I'm not as fast as I thought.
Yeah, it's
like,
not
okay.
league.
We're like basically even. So this is
Yeah.
great. Like,
Yeah, I definitely would have clutched it if I took some silly damage in my first Ganon fight, and then that earthquake move where he freezes you. I got hit by a flame, and then
okay.
yeah, it killed me. And then my second one, I got like halfway through phase 4 and fell.
Yeah, you got knocked
Oh,
out.
that was so shitty.
That was tragic. Yeah.
Yeah, it was awful. I got a swamp gold out of it, which is pretty
Nice.
dope.
Yep. I
I
saw
have
And-
no
that.
idea how
Hell yeah.
long Swamp is supposed to take, or like
Yeah,
anything
that was
really.
the point when you were like pretty far behind your PB there, and you pulled ahead to like 7 seconds ahead of your PB. By the way, I think both of you had like 7 blue balls each. So like,
Oh,
tied on
really?
blue balls.
Okay.
okay.
Well, that's good.
Yeah,
Because
there's
I
a
was
lot
just
of
like,
blue balls.
I was like, man, my blue ball split was because I was 30 seconds ahead into Dark World and then, or into Aga Tower, or
Yeah.
into Aghanim. Thank you.
Yes.
Sorry. And then 30 seconds behind into Dark World, and I was like, what happened? And I forgot I had 1 blue ball in my whatever it's called.
Yeah, that's definitely well above the average. But if you're both, if you're both at the same level there, then that's at least it's fair.
Yeah, you guys like
Yeah.
spawned on top of the pyramid basically the same time.
Oh, that's awesome. Oh man, you know what? I can't wait to watch this. I'm like really excited.
I know. It's a sad story. It's a happy. I mean, there's happiness and sadness throughout.
Yeah, it was definitely a good race. A lot of great moments there.
I had a 3-cycle land mode too. I actually don't know if I've ever had that even in practice.
Oh,
Nice
nice,
job.
dude.
Yeah, you definitely. I did notice that you caught up at that point. I think you were a little bit behind before then, but you caught up at that point, so that was pretty sick too.
Nice. Yeah, I probably lost like 5 seconds trying to do a chest turn in boomerang chest.
I did 2 chest turns for you.
Oh,
Nice.
there was a moment. Pops, I don't remember
I
what
did, like,
chest it was,
panic.
but there was a moment where both of them did a chest turn on the exact same chest
No,
at the
was
same
it Moon
time.
Pearl or Samaria? It
It
was
was
probably
Moon
Moon
Pearl,
Pearl.
yeah. It was
Moon Pearl, I think.
Oh, sick. That's
It was really synchronized, yeah.
Can we just like screenshot that and make that like the Discord server like banner?
That sounds good to me. That sounds fair.
I like it.
Doom Tap even has the 2 pearl
Double
emo
pearls.
for it.
I wonder what that could be for.
I know what that's for. Thanks for restreaming this and racing spaces and Pops. Thanks for forcing me at gunpoint to do this tournament.
Yeah, do what I can.
Hell yeah! I hope you had fun, beer. I really.
I
didn't
never
have the
had fun playing
restream
NMG.
open, but I hope it was a great time.
I have fun after it's over, talking about
Yeah.
it and laughing about everything.
Yeah.
But I can't, and I'm not trying to be rude about it. I hope I don't come off this way, but I have zero fun playing NMG because it's so stressful. and I just like can't wait till it's over every time. But at the same time, once it's done, I'm like, that was actually pretty fun. I actually enjoyed that, and I tell myself I'd do that again sometime, and then I'm like, no, I wouldn't, and then I do. Whenever it happens, and I'm like, yeah, that was fun, and I do have
I'm
fun.
here forever.
That's exactly how I feel about Rando.
Perfect. See?
Yeah.
I guess I'm right in the middle.
Fox wants to
sadly
know.
not a PB.
No, not a PB. Yeah.
I think my PB is like 134.30 or something.
Nice.
If I didn't die to cold stare, this probably still wouldn't have been a PB. So
I don't know, man. That's a heavy death.
I think cold stare is what, like 2.5 minutes, or not cold stare, but Ice Palace Go mode. 2.5 minutes. Why
I
call
think
it
cold stare death is like 4-ish minutes.
Is it?
Fox
really?
says it's like above 3. Yeah, it's quite a bit.
Is it really? I thought it was
Yeah.
2.5. But
Huge,
okay.
It's quite a lot.
Okay. Yeah. Oh, that's true because of all the Ice Palace bomb jumping. And you know what? I gotta go watch back. I have no idea how the hell I failed that first Ice Palace bomb jump. That was like the lineup, and I was like, "What the?" Like when I fell in the hole, I was like, "What the heck?" Like, and then same with the skull one. I knew why I messed up because that one I wasn't on the pit and I didn't bonk correctly to fix it. But yeah, the Ice Palace bomb jump, the first one, I fell and I was like, "Wait, was I off? What the hell?"
I missed the first one. I saw your second one. You line up a little differently than I'm used to seeing, but it works. So, no.
Yeah, I don't know. I do like I want to call it the random line. I do the lineup that gives you 2 pixels instead of 1 because I'm bad at 1 frame unit.
Same.
My hammer jump was not something to ever watch again. Sadly, like my hammer jump was like a 2 pause hammer jump in my qual submission. So I was like, oh, this is gonna be fine. And then I had like 32 pauses in this one. I'm like, all right.
It was still faster than going all the way to the basement though to get a key.
Yeah. And that was another room where I picked up a bomb and I'm like, wait, what am I doing? And once I threw it, I'm like, oh yeah, I can't do this, and I had to like reset the room.
I have to say it was cool, like from me and Pops' perspective, because we're both NMG focused people who are like kind of dipping our toes into rando. It was cool seeing you go through Ice Palace with a hook shot and seeing like the different strats that you had there. So there's a point where we just kind of like stopped doing comms and we were just like practically
Just
writing down notes. Yeah, just
I guess no, but to be fair, there were a couple rooms that were very like rando specific, like the Freezor room, like hooking out like once you go down the stairs, hooking to the wall.
Right? Yeah, that was handy.
Yeah, just dumb things. I don't know.
Any final thoughts? We got to wrap this up. There's another race coming up immediately after. It's going to be Chex versus Tam, I believe.
Good luck,
Beer.
Good luck,
thank you.
GG's. And they're both also in our league or division, so good for that. I guess I'll watch them and take notes on how to play this game so that I can someday break 135.
Hell yeah.
One of these days.
Have a good night, guys.
Cool. Have a good night. GG's. Thanks. Yeah.
Right,
Also,
bye-bye.
thanks again to the restreamers. Baseball's our restreamer tonight. Shout out to her. Yeah, that should be it. I'm Meowski. This is Pops. Our runners were Homemade Beer and Spaces. So, yep. Oh yeah, you could also do the commands. Why do I even open my mouth? No, I'm kidding.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate it. You guys letting me do the comms, and Meowski, it was great to do it with you for my first time. So, good race, and good luck to the next one. I'm gonna go ahead and sign off now. So.
All right. Yeah. 8 minutes from now, we're gonna start another one. I might briefly cut. We'll see. I'll decide in a moment. Okay, thanks y'all. Don't go anywhere. Bye.